Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna head out to the garage. I got a new part to put on the Sport Glide, and we'll talk about what's been going on new with the channel and what we got coming up. So let's get to it. Alright, so today's mod video, we're going to be throwing on some Kuryakyn Kinetic Mini Boards. I already opened this box, as you can see, and I'm just dropping shit on the floor. But anyway, I actually already went and put on one of the boards already, just so that, you know, it's the same process for either side. So if you do one, you can do the other, and just wanted to make sure I wasn't having any problems putting it on. Went on really easy, great looking product here, and let's talk a little bit more about it now. Alright, so here are the mini boards. The reason I chose these, you know, the stock pegs, they're not bad compared to, you know, some other stock pegs I've had before. But these are just going to give my feet a little more room, a little more comfort for those longer rides I'm going to be doing this year. So let's go ahead and look at what we got with the boards as far as hardware and everything, and then we'll get these things put on. Okay, so the part number for these boards is going to be down in the description, along with the spline adapters that you have to buy for the Sport Glide to meet these with your current setup as far as your configuration on install. So both numbers for these parts will be in the description below. And just so you know, we are using parts that we're going to be reusing on the Sport Glide. So just know that, you know, for one side you just have a washer and this screw, as well as the board and the spline adapter. We're going to be reusing some parts that are already on the bike, so let's go ahead and take a look at that, what we got going on, and then we'll get these put on. Alright, so I'm going to give you a couple shots of this. Here is the mini board installed on the right side of the Sport Glide. Now, compared to stock, like I said, these are going to be way better. I've already kicked my right foot up on this, and they fit. The fit and the finish on it is great, but the way they feel is even better. Alright, so we're over here on the left side where we need to replace the stock peg. There's an E-clip under here that we need to take out first. And just to let you know, there are tools you can buy for this, but I just use one of these. You could just adjust it to fit around the side of the E-clip and just pop it off. Just do it with caution and make sure that it doesn't go flying everywhere, because they call them Jesus clips, because you pop them off and you're like, oh Jesus, where did they go? All right, so I'm going to take like a flathead screwdriver and kind of push the sides of the E-clip down so they're as far back on this pin as possible, so it's a little easier for me to get this around it and just pop it off. So and there she is. Alright, so that took just a little bit of doing, but here's the E-clip. Pretty easy to remove if you got the adjustable wrench. You don't need to go out and buy a tool. You know, if you already got one laying in your toolbox, just use it. But set this aside because we're going to use that again in a minute. Alright, our clip's out. So what we need to do is pull this pin out, and then you're going to look in here. There's a little spring that kind of has tension on it that is connecting, pretty much keeping this onto the part that, you know, the peg is on. So take notice when you're looking at this how everything comes apart, and we need to put it back together almost the same way when we put the new floorboard on. So I'm gonna pop this pin out, set it aside because we're going to reuse it, and then just carefully work the peg forward and pull it out, and then go ahead and take your spring out. So this spring we're actually going to reuse, so just set it aside with your pin. Now we got the stock peg off. Now we can install the new one. Alright, we're going to take the short arm of the spring and put it inside the hole of the adapter on the inside here. Then the longer arm is going to go inside the hole on the housing here. You're going to have the spring all lined up so we can go right through here with our pin. Alright, go ahead and put your E-clip back on. Okay, next step, we're gonna go ahead and put on our mini board. Now there's a screw and washer that you're gonna have to install in through one of the 3 holes onto the spline adapter. So you just need to pick the one that's gonna be the most comfortable for your riding position, for your feet, and also the one that's just gonna fit on your bike the right way. So I'm gonna pick the front hole because that's exactly what I did on the other side. So just put that screw and washer through here and just bolt it right onto the spline adapter. Now you can feel the splines when you rotate the board. It's just a matter of feel. You just want to get it in a position to where when you're riding, you know, your foot's in the right spot and you know you're not bumping into this prematurely or the brake on the brake side. But don't tighten down all the way until you're absolutely perfect with where you want your feet to be and the right angle, because you can adjust your angle up or down like so. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get on the motorcycle and get it upright and just get my feet up on both sides and just see how they feel. Then I'm going to make any adjustments I need to, and then we're pretty much done. Perfect. Okay, so my shifter side is good. So I'm just gonna go over and make my adjustments to the side my brake's on, and then we're all finished. All right, well that's all finished. Pretty easy install, Kuryakyn Mini Boards. I'm really looking forward to spring and warmer weather and getting out and riding this bike, which I would be doing today, but we still have pretty dang cold weather and there's snow and there's ice in my alley, so I'm not gonna worry about that right now. So to fill you guys in on what else is going on with the channel right now, I know I haven't had a video out in the last couple of weeks. I've been busy with 5 Dirty Bikers podcast and just life in general, so that's why you haven't heard from me in the last 2 weeks. But I wanna go ahead and let you guys know that I am right now recording with a new camera. I actually went and bought a Canon EOS M50. So far, I absolutely love this camera. This is actually my first install video vlog using this camera. And from what I can see, it's doing a good job. I hope in post that, you know, it looks as good as it does on the display screen here on the camera. But yeah, I expect more vlog style videos this year since I have this rig and the microphone for it and the Joby little tripod, adjustable tripod. Really looking forward to using this a lot more and boosting the quality of the content this year. Oh, one more thing. All right, so you guys have been watching the channel since last July or so. You'll know that I actually lost this bag going down Route 66 just this last summer, like I said, and pretty much this lid, I can't really do much with it. So I went ahead and ordered a new lid for this bag. It's gonna go back on the bike. I should have it within a couple of weeks, I think. I ordered it from Ted's Harley-Davidson. This thing just got scuffed up, and I'll go ahead and tell you that story about how that all happened. So I had just left, if you go click the card up here, I just left the restaurant. It was Tilly's Tavern in Mount Olive, Illinois. And I just had a really good meal. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for a ride now. I plan to go on for like a 2 or 3 hour ride after my meal. So I'm taking off down Route 66. I got about, 5-7 miles away from Mount Olive. And there's a car that's waving me down and trying to pull me over. And you know, when this happens, you don't know what to expect. Some guy pulls you over randomly out in the country. You're almost thinking, don't stop. But luckily I did, and I pulled over. This guy got out of his car, opened his back seat door up, and there was my bag. It was just sitting in his back seat. So I didn't even know it. I lost the freaking bag going down Route 66. And luckily it was, a person of good faith and good judgment who actually picked it up, because I had camera gear in there. I had, lenses for my iPhone in there. I had, just probably a couple $100 worth of stuff in that bag. And this guy gratefully returned it to me. But yeah, it received, some significant damage to the lid. I mean, the gouges are so deep, I'm not going to be able to repair it. So I just figured, bite the bullet. I'll buy a new lid, it'll be all done and gone and done with. Now the arm on it is a little bent, so I'm gonna have to spend some time, you know, either getting that in a vise and actually bending it back, but we should be okay. But like I said, I'll have that lid in a couple of weeks and the bike will be brand new again. But thank you guys again for watching the channel. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to D-Cycle channel yet. Like this video, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of the Kinetic Mini Boards on the Sport Glide, and if you have them, are you enjoying them? Are they comfortable for you? Are they better than the stock pegs? Are they worse? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, you guys take it sleazy, and I'll see you in the next video.